But what's interesting was at my Comedy Central roast that John Stamos was the roast master, and all of the comedians, and that's where beloved Norm Macdonald did his very memorable non-roasty tribute of doing.
No, he was reading joke from a joke book.
He said, "Saget, I'm going to do jokes from the '40s." And I went, "I don't know." I said, "Say fuck once in a while." "I don't want to do that. I don't want to make fun of you. You're my friend." And I went, I got roasted on Comedy Central. I'm going to go all over the place because I can't. I don't know what else to do. This is me just saying I love Norm. When I got roasted, I talked to him a week before the roast, and he called me and he said, Saget, I can't, this is a bad impression. I can't help but do it, though. Saget, I can't say mean things about you. You're my friend. I don't even want to do it, but I'm going to do it because it's you. And so at the roast, he called me a week out and said, I'm just going to read jokes from a 40s joke book. And I said, Norm, that's fine. I mean, you know what you're doing, but you got to curse. I don't want to do that. I said, well, just throw in an arbitrary fuck now and then. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And then you get to the roast. And okay, so what you see usually with the extended cut, which is not what it is. It's just everything about Norm is the big lie.
Bob, you have a lot of well-wishers here tonight, and a lot of them would like to throw you down one, a well. They want to murder you in a well. Seems a little harsh, but apparently they want to murder you in a well. It says here on this card.
There's a 20-minute version. There's 20 minutes of footage where the people that were there know what happened in the room. Half of them did and half of them didn't because they didn't know what was going on because they didn't get it. But he was just taking the shot at doing, and people are like, this was the most brilliant thing, and it was. But a great stand-up, and Norm was one of the greatest ever, knows that they're not going to, bombing is not, doesn't matter. And that's what was fearless and beautiful about him, because bombing is just part of the art, part of the performance of it. And if you can offend people and get laughs, then you're in some kind of real special ethos.
No, I think that Bob should join the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not because he's racist. He's not racist. It's just that he'd look a lot better with a hood over his head on account of his face.
He was doing that by reading these jokes, and then there were about 8 minutes that it was quiet, and that made you don't see the comedians laughing harder, but all of my friends. That's the idea of that roast, was as horrible as some of the things that were said because it's a roast, and it was a different time. But Norm, of course, chose the path of dignity, and did jokes, and we were laughing on the phone the week before that he would hold the cards up to his head and do Johnny, to the face like a cauliflower.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
But we were doing all that stuff because he idolized Johnny, as all of us did. And so they cut out the part that was bombing, and but it did. I would have loved to have seen the whole damn thing. I think the roast should have just been a bunch of people doing a bunch of horrible dick jokes and wow, some really wrong stuff on there, right? But it was funny for a lot of people. It's really split how you look at stuff from years ago, and people know what funny is. And Norm did the most brilliant thing, and I was so excited when he said, I said, you got a fucking dog face. And that if you look at the thing, I don't like looking at myself, and who does? But I like looking at me. But when he said that, that's when I was like, yeah, come on, start cursing. Just throw in arbitrary curses, because at that point he was digging out of a hole. That's what he was doing. But
straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't broken apart by you.
How fucking brilliant. Because it was so anti-roast. Because he didn't want to roast his friend. And he also didn't want to do a roast. So there's, it was a good toss-up whether he was doing it because he didn't want to hurt his friend, and also he didn't want to do a roast. He didn't love the form. He didn't mind listening to the old ones, but he wasn't equipped mentally or care enough to make fun of someone. It just, it seemed like okay, that's the joke. Making fun of somebody. Oh, great format. So, of course, he's reading the sports section while the other comedians are doing their stuff, and that it's just, it's brilliance. It's an Andy Kaufman type thing, or anybody who knows what comedy is and doing some kind of, it's just Norm. It's just Norm. It's what he found funny.
Bob Saget directed Norm MacDonald's movie Dirty Work. Yeah. A move that transformed Norm MacDonald into a star, Buck's employee.
And then at the end, and I thought about, do I play it on here right now? And the answer is no. You can watch it. You can see it. I mean, at the end of the thing, he got emotional, and he doesn't mean to do it. He doesn't know what he's going to say, and he doesn't do it that often.
Bob, honestly, has never had an unkind word for anybody, and I love him, and I hope everybody else does, so I just want to say that. Thank you.
He told me, he loved me, and he told me publicly, and I loved him, and I love him.
So happy that the moth joke has been getting circulated so much from our Tonight Show, because it is completely outrageous what he's doing. It is, it's the Tonight Show, and he is telling this very long story, and he's taking all the time in the world. And I love it just because even though I was there, I'm delighted every time I see it.
Yeah.
I every time I see it, I'm delighted with it, because what he's doing breaks every rule. Brevity is the soul of wit. That is the rule.
Yeah.
Keep it, and man, he completely, like Picasso, blew up the form. He goes and he tells this joke forever, and then finally gets to this punchline, and you can see that everyone's delighted, but he has broken every rule in the book. And I was talking to Lori Joe, and I asked her if it's okay if I related this, and she said it was okay. But she said that not too long ago, someone asked Norm about the moth story that he told on our Tonight Show, and that she said, the guy wanted to know what made you have the nerve to do that, and that he said that, it was that goddamn Frank Smiley. He said, I was only supposed to do one segment, and then suddenly in the commercial break, Frank came over and said, you're doing another one, because whenever I had Norm, I was greedy. I wanted more Norm. I always wanted more Norm. And so he didn't know that we were going to ask him to do a second segment. He had nothing planned, absolutely nothing planned. And so as recently as not that long ago, I think this was a couple of months ago, he was telling somebody, damn it, that was Frank Smiley. Hey, get back out there. Conan wants more.
So he heard that joke from Colin Quinn. And he did the segment. And it was he had 7 minutes prepared.
Yeah.
And so he basically, you say, and then he's done. You say, we'll be right back with more Norm. And he goes, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So then he remembered the Colin joke, and it was a 20-second joke. So he asked you, how long is the segment? And he was hoping you'd say 20 seconds.
Right.
But you said 7 minutes.
Yep.
So it became a 7-minute joke.
Yeah, and he's doing that. This has to be understood. He's doing this on the fly.
Yep.
So his way to slow it down that he came up with on the fly is he invents
It's a Chekhov play.
It's a Chekhov play
with Russian names.
And there's a sadness, an ineffable sadness in life weighing on the character's soul. And and I'm thinking, who I've never met anybody who would take that chance and make that choice. And I'll never meet anybody like him again.
Well, he was the ballsiest comedian in the history of comedians.
He was taking that and he was saying, like, the joke doesn't matter. Like that, he would watching that, seeing that clip again, you're getting to see his brain. Yeah. He's just showing you his brain. And the notion that the joke is the thing, the joke isn't the thing.
No, it's the journey.
It's taking a stroll through this guy's brain and hearing the choices that he makes and what he has to say. And, and I think that was like, kind of what, like, there was so much of like what he, would say, like, well, that doesn't matter. This matters, and what mattered to him was his own self-expression, was spreading his own kind of genius and his own point of view.
So we're seeing it a little bit in process here, but obviously we watch you on late night shows. We hear you. I just heard you on Howard Stern. We watch you on your podcast, and what we find is suddenly we're sucked into the vortex of a nearly 9-minute joke that we have no idea how it emerged or where it will lead and what will happen with it, except that it will be very funny and we'll be trying to get everybody to listen to it the next day. How do you come saying, "Oh, I have a joke"?
You mean like a street joke, like a real
street joke?
You mean like an actual joke?
Well, I mean like the moth joke or the Dirty Johnny joke.
Yeah, I don't make up those jokes.
They're just out there?
No. Have you ever tried to make up a joke? Like, no comic in the world can make up an actual joke. Like a guy walks into a bar and this happens.
This is startling information.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I thought you come with these things written down on paper, right?
No. They call like a comedian's act jokes, but they haven't been jokes for years. It changed with Alan King to observational comedy. Like talking about crabgrass in your neighbor's fucking yard or something. I don't care for Alan King.
Well, a lot of America is upset right now because there's a huge Alan King audience here.
Oh, yes,
yeah. Or maybe it's Larry King. So you're dodging this a little bit. So these are old jokes that you're stealing from Rich Little?
Not Rich Little didn't tell jokes. No, but like the moth joke, for instance. Colin Quinn told me that joke, and he said, have you ever heard of the moth joke? Meaning it was a famous joke. And I said, no. And he said, a moth goes into a podiatrist's office, and he says, I have terrible problems, doctor, and I think I'm going mad. And the podiatrist goes, oh, well, that's too bad, moth. But why come to me? I'm a podiatrist. You should be going to see a psychiatrist. Why did you come to my office? And the moth says, because the light was on.
So that's a good joke,
yes.
But that's not your joke.
That's not my joke. So
No.
I was on the Conan O'Brien show, and I was going to do one segment, and at the end of the segment, he said, we'll be right back with more Norm. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I thought a guy was going to show new Christmas toys. So I said, I don't got nothing to say. And then I remember that Colin Quinn, he said, just talk. So I remember that Colin Quinn joke, and which is about a 20-second joke, So I said, how long is this segment? Hoping he'd say 20 seconds. And he said about 7 minutes, So I made the joke 7 minutes long.
I went to a tennis match in Indian Wells.
Yeah?
And I saw Rafael Nadal play. He's my favorite.
Rafael Nadal. Explain to the folks who Rafael Nadal is.
Oh, my God.
No, of course, Rafael Nadal. I'll explain.
Okay.
Rafael Nadal is a tennis player, only 26, but seemingly beyond his prime.
Great player.
Abs like
Great play, but here's the thing.
You like his
Every
abs?
single
You seen his
time
abs?
he serves and returns, he picks his underwear out of his ass.
He does?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
There's a
I've never
video
seen
of it.
that.
Show it. I
There's
brought
a
it.
video of that?
Yes, I brought it.
Well, how could that?
Can we roll that off the schneid?
What?
It's too much bread and butter.
You can't do that in public.
This man is a genius.
That's all he does.
What if he was a dentist? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, I smelled it.
my
Oh, what was that all
God.
about?
You know what I was thinking, though?
Do you remember the girl that got stabbed?
Know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm not.
At a veterans hospital in the Bronx yesterday, 4 Playboy playmates were on hand to wish the residents a happy Valentine's Day. One veteran who was there called it an afternoon of, quote, hellish, agonizing sexual frustration. And finally, first place in Weekend Update's most romantic Valentine contest goes to David Delafera of Kearney, New Jersey. And coming in last place for the 3rd year in a row, O.J. Simpson. Hey everybody, my mother and I are here to tell you some Valentine's Day jokes.
Where did all the hamburgers take their girls on Valentine's Day? The meatball. How does a fawn propose to his girlfriend on Valentine's Day? He gave her a ring.
40 years ago, on Valentine's Day, I met a girl on a train. She had dark hair. It smelled of lavender.
What did the girl cat say to the boy cat on Valentine's Day? You are perfect for me. If you were a triangle, I bet you'd be a cute one.
She was rich and I was poor. Her family had a cabin of their own and she took me to it. I remember laying on her cot and washing her feet.
What is the difference between the girl who is sick of her boyfriend and the sailor that falls into the ocean? One's bored over a man and the other is a man overboard.
Ultimately, her father didn't approve, and in the middle of the night, I was escorted away by his private security. But every year I go to that train station and I look for that girl. I've never found her.
Knock, knock.
She had a small dove tattooed to the inside of her wrist.
You're supposed to say, who's there?
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
I love you.
You kissed your math teacher in Canada?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 7.
On the lips?
Yeah, on the lips. This is what happened. Nobody wanted to be my Valentine.
Oh, no.
We had an odd number of people in our class.
So you went up to her?
So I got molested.
Dream date with Norm. Who wants a dream date with Norm? Why sit home alone? Just pick up the phone. For your dream date with Norm.
Warning, when Norm comes to your house, he will look nothing like this. Do not operate Norm while intoxicated. The producers are not responsible for Norm's behavior.
Well, you
She
gained weight.
gained a lot of weight, so did you.
I gained 45 pounds.
I was going to say something, actually.
Why?
Well, I thought you'd been gaining some weight.
Yeah, I gained 45 pounds.
Why?
Are you okay? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm doing it for a movie.
For what
You are.
role? What's the role?
What are you playing, Jackie Gleason? What do you mean?
It's not a particular movie. I just think they always need a fat guy in a movie.
You're doing hard.
You're paying it forward, yeah.
Hey, listen, have you noticed my enormous weight gain? I've gained 45 pounds. You know why I started to gain the weight? I told you.
I don't remember.
I'm up 45 pounds, and it was for a role in a movie.
That's right, it was.
Anyways, whatever.
What was the role for again?
It wasn't a particular role, but I figured they always need a big fat guy in a movie. Turns out they don't. They have plenty of fat guys that are much more experienced at acting and at being a fat guy than I am.
Yeah. We were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis?
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something. I thought it was funny.
Your heart could...
I thought gaining a lot of weight would be funny.
No.
And also,
No,
it started out I was doing it for a role, Andy.
Right.
I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious. I was doing
What
it for
role?
a role. Well, there wasn't a specific role, but people are always looking for a fat guy. I'm telling you, my manager, my landlord rather, he managed to get rid of 230 pounds of ugly fat. He evicted me.
What?
Here, read this.
I thought you...
No, read this.
I want to read that one again.
Here, read that.
Sure, we all know about Norm's astonishing weight gain, but I think it's become a bit wearisome. So let's agree to stop having fun at his expense.
Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron.
You know, my clothes, Larry, make me look slimmer, but they did not fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my astonishing new girth. Papa, what do you call that? Papa John's?
Oh, okay.
A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy. Well, I'm fat. I'm so fat when I get my shoe shined, I have to take the boot black's word for it.
You haven't seen your penis in 3 weeks. I'm keeping it clean.
Jesus Christ.
Well, is that what fat people say?
My penis? This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke to
So,
end.
Adam,
yeah.
Is it hard to not drink?
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead. When you had your heart attack, you weighed 195? Now you probably weigh about 175.
161.
161. And what are you, 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
161, so you're probably no body fat.
Oh, I have a little bit in the rim here.
Yeah, I got more than that.
My legs, my arms are thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. I'm going to lose it though.
Yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever seen.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
yeah, you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats
You're
because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
A little bit of
My
a
only chance of
drinking
losing
belly.
15 pounds is if I went to a British casino.
You want me to call Don Omeyer right now and ask him if you could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay. Gary, let's take a break. Give me the phone number for Don Omeyer. Where is he? Do you have a number on him?
Lojo probably has a number.
Lojo. Who's Lojo?
Lojo.
Is that the guy you're with?
No, she's my assistant.
Lojo.
Yeah.
Let me see her. Is she here?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at your assistant, man. What's that about?
She's just my
Is she
assistant.
hot?
No, she's not hot.
Really?
She's not, I don't want to say that.
You just did.
He just did. He goes, I don't want to say that.
No.
Is she like a sexy assistant?
No, I don't
What?
want to. You know, she's a very nice girl.
Lojo.
So I don't want to say she's not hot.
You know what Lojo rhymes with?
What? Oh, bloke.
Yeah, well, shh.
That's all right.
It actually doesn't rhyme with that,
No,
does
it
it?
doesn't.
No. Lojo.
Yeah. I brought my friends Lojo and Frank Sebastiano and Artie Lang, my buddy that I did this movie with.
So a shout out to Jim Downey, and I'm thinking about him because Norm so loved him and admired him, and a shout out to a very special person, Lori Jo Hoekstra, who was Norm's, right hand partner in crime, and I did have a chance to speak to her since this all happened, and she's just such a lovely person, and I'm thinking of her because she just did so much for Norm over the years, and Norm was so lucky to have her. So I just wanted to address those two people who I think deserve our love and thoughts right now. I was talking to Lori Jo, and I asked her if it's okay if I related this, and she said it was okay. But she said that not too long ago, someone asked Norm about the moth story that he told on our Tonight Show, and that she said the guy wanted to know what made you have the nerve to do that, and that he said that, it was that goddamn Frank Smiley. He said, I was only supposed to do one segment. And then suddenly in the commercial break, Frank came over and said, you're doing another one, because whenever I had Norm, I was greedy. I wanted more Norm. I always wanted more Norm. And so he didn't know that we were going to ask him to do a second segment. He had nothing planned, absolutely nothing planned. And so as recently as not that long ago, I think this was a couple of months ago, he was telling somebody, damn it, that was Frank Smiley. Hey, get back out there. Conan wants more.
So he heard that joke from Colin Quinn. And he did the segment, and it was he had 7 minutes prepared.
Yeah.
And so he basically, you say, and then he's done. You say, we'll be right back with more Norm. And he goes, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So then he remembered the Colin joke, and it was a 20-second joke. So he asked you, how long is the segment? And he was hoping you'd say 20 seconds.
Right.
But you said 7 minutes.
Yep.
So it became a 7-minute joke.
Yeah. I said to Lori Jo today, I said, on the flip side, because I brought this up, and I said, on the flip side, if in a magical world Norm had been presented with all of this incredible praise, he would have found a way to deflect it.
Probably would have made his skin crawl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, he wouldn't have this might have been the way he wanted it, but.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me.
Yeah, that's right here. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah. And then if you want to give that to me.
Oh, I'll try. You want to do it? Hey, Norm MacDonald here in the Seattle at the Moore Theater. Everybody always wants to know what it's like backstage. It's sometimes better than this. Now, apparently I have a Seattle fan club. And I didn't know, I knew nothing of this, but they've sent me stuff, so I thought I would open it up live so that you see it the very time I see it. Oh, it seems to be a long letter. Oh, as the founder of the Seattle chapter of the Norm MacDonald Fan Club, and then if I find something else, we'll put it up. A picture of a lady. It's a Norm from, I don't know.
I got to meet Norm, and I also got to prove my fucking fanhood to him, and I made him happy. So it's really special, and I have it on camera. But my final photo on Tinder is a photo of Norm actually holding my headshot that I signed and left for Norm, a screenshot that he posted on his own Instagram story. So Norm never posted Instagram stories. And what happened is this. So I flew to LA one time, literally leaving letters at every comedy club I knew Norm frequented about my fan club and with little gifts. He never got them because when he made it to the Moore Theater, which I pulled every string I have in Seattle to get this damn gift for him in there, I designed a shirt for him and a shirt for his mom, a picture of them together with their favorite foods, a fudgesicle and a banana. It's really cute. And just to jump ahead, his mom actually wore the shirt in all the videos after that they ever made together.
Oh.
Why did God make only one Yogi Bear?
Because when he tried to make the second one, he made a boo-boo.
Now let's look at it for $1 million, okay? This question, can you believe it, baby? $1 million.
Yeah.
Gonna be yours. Here it comes. For the kids.
Oh, for the kids.
For the kids. During the Cold War, the U.S. government built a bunker to house Congress under what golf resort? The Breakers, the Greenbrier, Pinehurst, the Broadmoor.
I mean, they always say don't go with the obvious one, right? That's what somebody told me backstage. See, here's the problem. Let's say I lose all that money and it gets back to Paul Newman.
That's going to be a problem.
I look like a...
You'd lose $468,000.
I wouldn't lose it. The children.
Of course the children would lose it. But you would lose it for the children. You don't want to do that, do you?
I don't know, man. It's...
You got a little gambling streak in you, don't you? You want to see if you can beat the game, don't you? You want to win $1 million, don't you?
Well, I'm going to say Pine.
You're going to say what?
I was thinking of Pinehurst, but you say don't go with the obvious, so I'll say Greenbrier.
Please, before you say final answer, Norm, I'm not kidding. $468,000, unless you're sure.
Okay, fine, forget it.
It could be Pinehurst. Is that what you're going to say?
Just give me the $500,000. We'll quit.
All right. Do you want to walk?
What?
Do you? I have to find out if you want to walk away.
Well, no, I was going to answer a question. Well, you told me.
I quit. It's too much for me. I can't stand it. What do you want to do, baby? Tell me what you want to do.
Well, I think Pinehurst is too obvious, so I guess I would say what's it name? Greenbrier. What are you making that face for? Forget it.
I'm scared to death.
Okay, give me that. Forget it. I'll just give it $500,000.
All right. What do you think? Take a guess.
I have no idea. I said my guesses. I guess I was wrong. It must be one of those.
Did you say Greenbrier?
I said, yeah.
Yeah, you would have won $1 million, but $500,000. Come on, be happy. You were great, Norm. You were just terrific. Yep, you were fabulous. I'm not kidding you. And that's it for the second edition of Celebrity Millionaire.
Here's the other thing. On the Millionaire Show, one night, Norm MacDonald, our friend Norm MacDonald and star of the show Norm, was on the Millionaire Show, and Norm is, he comes on and he just behaves like a nitwit. Well, it turns out he's some sort of like genius nitwit because he runs the damn board on the Millionaire Show, and they get right up to the $1 million question, and Norm says, I think A, and Regis says, are you sure, Norm? And Norm says, yeah, I'm sure. And Regis says, well, it's a lot of money. Think it over. Take your time. You want to reconsider? And then Norm says, oh, what are you driving at, Regis? Maybe I got the wrong answer. You're telling me I got the wrong answer? Right? So now Regis makes Norm start to sweat. Right. He's about to go home with $1 million. Yeah. Regis talks him into changing his answer.
And what happened?
He was wrong.
Oh, you're kidding.
He was wrong.
Regis threw him off.
That's right.
Is that legal?
Yeah, and so he walks out of there with a gift certificate from the Gap.
That's not, I don't think that's legal. How can you do such a thing?
Now, what about, I told this story about this when Norm MacDonald was on your show. Do you remember that?
I remember it
He's
very
up there
well.
at $1 million, Regis. He can walk home with $1 million.
First of all, Norm says to me, you know, I'm playing for Paul Newman's Hole in the Wall Kids.
That's great.
Hole in the Wall gang.
Yeah. Have you ever been up there to that camp?
I hear it's fabulous.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And it's a terrific thing that Paul
they do
Newman
a
has
fantastic
done.
job.
But you understand, he has won $500,000. Now, if he goes for the million and he misses, the Hole in the Wall gang get $32,000.
That's right. Still a nice paycheck.
A nice sum, but I want them to be sure to get the $500,000.
That's right.
So the question comes up, where did the U.S. Congress build a bunker during World War II under which famous golf course? And we mentioned 4 golf courses. And Norm is vacillating between Piedmont and another one, and he can't make up his mind, and he's going back and forth. And I was saying to him, Norm, if you really don't know, you know, because he's saying, I'm playing for the kids.
That's right.
Don't you want me to win for the kids?
Right.
If I lose, you're to blame. You got to face those kids one day.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm against the kids.
Well, that's what it looks like.
So I said to Norm, be smart.
Be
take
careful.
the 500. Be careful.
I
But if
see.
you really don't know the answer, take the 500.
500. Right.
And that's exactly what he did.
I see.
Okay?
So he didn't go on and blow the question. You talked him out of going on.
That's right.
And he ended up with $500,000 for the kids.
But he, in his mind, you know how it worked out? He had the right answer.
He had the right, so he could have gone on for $1 million.
That's right.
Well, see, now I stand corrected because I thought you had bullied him out of the $1 million because,
You know,
because I know that a percentage of that comes out of your paycheck.
You know, you guys are murder. First of all, I got him slandering me with Kelly Ripa, and then you're killing me with Norm.
Yeah.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. And still in line.
I didn't know you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh yeah, I was on that show.
You could have won $1 million. I saw that.
I won $500,000, but I didn't get to keep it. I had to give it to a charity.
Darn it. What charity did you give it to?
I gave it to, well, I always wanted to meet Paul Newman. So it turns out he has this great charity for sick children. And I thought, hey, this fits in perfectly with my desire to meet Paul Newman. So I gave all the money to his sick children in order to meet him.
Did you get to meet him?
No.
No?
He sent me a letter, but then I felt guilty, like that I'd given all this money to sick children only to meet Paul Newman. So I talked it over with my Lord, and I decided it was a venal thing I had done.
Well, you had good intentions. And maybe because...
No, I had bad intentions, but I ended up with
good action. With
good results. I had a good result, and then I didn't pay off on my bad intentions, so it turned out it was all right.
Remember, what are some of your Regis memories?
Well, one time I was on his other show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it was Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so the questions are a little easier.
Yeah, you won.
I heard they didn't give you the money.
Yeah.
No, they give it to a charity. They don't tell you.
That sucks.
No, they give it to sick children.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. They need, they need money too.
Are you drunk?
Angry over the Atlanta Braves and Cleveland Indians' use of Indian caricatures as logos, Native Americans showed up at the World Series tonight. They chanted for hours to protest Indian stereotypes, though it didn't help their cause any when it started to rain. Native Americans in upstate New York are trying to block plans to build a Kmart on the site of a Mohican burial ground. In addition, they were upset to learn that sales at this particular Kmart will be announced, "Attention Kmart savages." In Michigan, state historical commission officials say they will not interfere with the building of a new major sports stadium, even if construction unearths historical artifacts. However, state Indian Affairs officials say that if relics from a Native American tribe are found, they would like to have the land set aside and designated as a sacred tribal burial ground / giant casino. In Wisconsin, students at Menominee High School are desperately fighting efforts by the politically correct to change their team nickname the Indians. Already, opponents of the name have rejected the students' first compromise, the Drunken Indians. They feel that's almost worse in a way, you know? In Bridgeport, Connecticut, the Staticoti Indian tribe is seeking recognition by the Bureau of Indian Affairs in order to open either a manufacturing company or a casino. I wonder which one they'll choose. Manufacturing company or the casino. In Norwich, Connecticut, a local museum has made a long overdue effort at racial reconciliation by returning 21 ancient tribal artifacts to the Mohegan Indians. But as for everything else in the country, we'll be keeping that. It's good news, really. We don't have to give any of it back.
It's like the difference between the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins. I can see where Redskin might upset somebody just a little. I don't think you're ever going to get it changed, but at least it is a bit denigrating. But Indians, isn't that? I never understand that.
Oh, you don't understand that?
No.
Well, here's the thing, man.
Or Braves.
I have no formal education, and as a matter of fact, I don't have any informal education. It's not like I'm hanging out with professors on the weekend, right?
Yes.
But this is the way I understand it. Old Chris Columbus, he sailed over here, and then he got here, and he thought it was India.
Jesus, what a dolt. That's the source of us all.
Yeah, so he goes, hey, man, look at all those Indians.
All right. Oh, that's it.
And then one of his buddies goes, hey, man, we took a wrong turn at the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is America. and then he goes, hey, you Indians better get the hell out of here. You're not even in the right country.
Well, once you're about to take a country from somebody, you cannot refer to them as Native Americans. It only makes your task harder. They will fight harder because you've already told them you assume that it is their property. But my feeling is at some point there were an ice people, a horde of almost Piltdown men-like creatures who the Indians or whatever, the Native Americans came in and took this from. Isn't that the way of the world, Norm? That eventually everybody takes something.
What's a Piltdown, man? You talking about the old days?
I'm sorry to throw you off the scent of the conversation. I'm talking about in Paleolithic times. I assume that the Native Americans were not native here either, but came down and took this from somebody else. That's just the way of the world.
Yeah, everybody takes everything. Listen, Mother Nature is a brutal bitch. A red-clawed,
paint the picture.
Machine that eats and
shrieking harridan.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, what month was your issue?
May of 08.
Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was a Russian girl. And my nickname's Genocide, so I think that was kind of funny.
What? What? Why is that? It's funny because there was a genocide.
In Russia?
Only about 70 years ago. Against the Russian people.
Who still lives? But me. That's not
You
a
first. Czechoslovakia. No, it was it wasn't a complete genocide.
What do you mean?
No, it was.
Well, Stalin was a mass murderer.
Only Jewish people seem to get really offended by my nickname.
There are fives in a case. Right.
Well,
they're the only ones that.
Well, the only true genocide was the.
Sam, another one this way, Sam. That was a true genocide.
Wow. What?
The American Indians was a true genocide.
No, that was for land.
No, that was justified.
That was for land. We were taking their property.
No, it doesn't matter. What does it matter what the motive?
No, the genocide. Yeah, the motive is to just hatred of a race to exterminate them without a political or economic agenda.
what we did with
genocide?
the Indians.
Well, it's not justified.
No, well, who's saying it's justified?
I said, well,
You got to bury it.
I'm just wondering how it's
You've
justified.
never heard the legal term justifiable genocide? Hitler was out of his mind at the time.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine. And when the
is NORM MACDONALD.
Thank you. Thank you, but I am sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award on behalf of Melissa McCarthy. I instead have chosen to give my time to a friend who has something very important to say.
my name is Johnny Two Feathers. While you enjoy tonight's show, I want you to think about something. The spot where you're sitting, every square foot of ground in this country was stolen from my ancestors. And after you stole it, you murdered them. So you'll forgive us if we do not laugh along. There is nothing funny about the extermination of a people. The theater stinks of blood. That's all I have to say. Oh.
Johnny Two Feathers, everybody. Johnny Two Feathers. Give him a wave, Johnny. Johnny, you don't want to wave? All right. Well, Johnny Two Feathers, everybody.
So why don't you tell me about, actually, let's start with something really simple. Like, how did you get discovered for the show?
I was, the way I got discovered by Lorne Michaels for Saturday Night Live is I was doing stand-up, and so I knew Sandler and Spade from stand-up, and then they told their boss, Lorne, about me, and he kind of takes people's words for stuff. So then he called me, said, talk to me and stuff. And I said, yeah, man, I'd like to do that job.
And what was it like? Were you sort of, I mean, obviously it's financially it was great, it's a good platform, but did you kind of buy, like, were you into the myth of it? Like, did you love it when you were younger?
Yes, I grew up on it because I think I was 13 when the first show was on. And I remember seeing the first show because I think George Carlin was the host. So I was, and it was like the only two new things I remember when I was young was Letterman and Saturday Night Live. That was different than all the rest of TV. Was all sort of old for old people, kind of corny. And so yeah, I wasn't, but I was just wanted to do stand up. It wasn't like I was aiming towards Saturday Night Live. And even when Lorne called me, he said you got to do write two sketches, do two characters and two impressions. And then I said, I can't do any of that, you know. So I think he just liked me, that I was stupid. And, you know, I was from Canada. I talked to him about being in Canada. I remember he had a show in Canada when I was a kid. The Hart and Lorne, Hart Pomerantz, and he were a comedy team. They did a show when I was a little boy, and I remember that because it was sort of like the precursor to Saturday Night Live. It was sort of super cool compared to Wayne and Schuster. So he liked that I remember that he liked that I liked that. And then I think he just got a kick out of the fact that I knew if I did anything in terms of trying to do a character or I would be dead. So I knew my best hope was just to say I couldn't.
So you didn't do anything for, like, what did you do for your audition?
Nothing. I didn't do an audition.
And so can you describe, like, what was your first day like on the show? Do you remember your first day?
My first day on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, working, not the first show, but the first day that you were...
The first day? Yeah. Yeah, I showed up, this happens a lot at Saturday Night Live. I showed up the first day and no one was there, and I just sat on a couch. Yeah.
What time did you show up?
Well, like 8 in the morning or something. I thought, like, that's when jobs started. I didn't know. So then Nolan was there forever, like, and finally people started like shambling in at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I was already finishing my day, and that's what I remember about the first day, just being all alone. But it's cool because I just went through everything, rifled through people's stuff and looked at old tapes and went in Lauren's office and had a shower.
There was a shower there. So.
Yeah, Lauren has a shower in his office. I think only he and I have ever used it.
So what was the first sketch that you ever got on, or what was the first written material that you ever got on the show?
I wrote a sketch for the first show because Burt Reynolds had just was on Larry King Live and was kind of famous at the time that because he was in a contentious divorce with Lonnie Anderson, and he was wearing this crazy purple suit on Larry King Live, and he announced, "I will, Lonnie Anderson is lying, and I will get her on this show with you, Larry, and we'll both take truth serum." And I was like, truth serum? What? Is that even a real thing? So it was so funny. And then so I wrote a sketch where they both drank like from beakers of truth serum, and Lauren did not care for it. It opened the show, It was like a big hit at the table. What's his name did Burt Reynolds? Phil Hartman. Oh, wow. It was Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks. And it just... the next week, Lauren pointed to it as the example of what we should not be doing on the show. He said it was just he calls things Carol Burnettish, which is the ultimate insult. He said it was just the most Carol Burnettish type of sketch. But I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. And he let me do it. It got all the way to the air. He chose it, and he put it on first. Not my fault.
Do you think, it's weird? I think people have a weird sense of what... Because it's he's such a personality. I think people have a weird sense of, how much control he has.
Uh-huh.
At the time when you were working there, what... Because it's he didn't like that sketch, and yet it still was first. How
Right.
much control did he actually have in terms of the actual shaping of the show?
Absolute control. He had absolute control over everything the entire time I was there, and the entire time I ever remember him, except for one thing. I think in the history of the show, he didn't have control over when I did Weekend Update. That's the only thing that Lauren didn't have any control over.
And did it but at the same time, it's it seems like the way that the show's worked, or what has made it work at different times, is that he's allowed different kinds of comedy to be on the show. So it's not it's just going with his own taste, I guess, right?
He's amazing that way, yeah. He's told me, I don't get that guy, but and he allows comedy that he even doesn't like to be on the show. And I remember being mad at him, going, "Come on, Lauren, what the fuck are you doing? Why is all this dancing and singing and shit? It's supposed to be, this is a comedy show." And then he's told me, and he goes, "No, it's not a comedy show. This is a variety show." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know." I thought it was a comedy show. But he said, "I think if you could sing or dance, you'd think differently." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess he's right."
The show itself started with it started at its beginnings were that it was doing something very different on TV. Did you feel a sense of it had lost interest in pushing boundaries or something at the time you were there?
At the time, yes, because I would always write sketches that would be rejected out of hand, and I would go, "Why? Controversial." And I was like, "Well, I thought that's what we did. I thought that's what Saturday Night Live was, But I was kind of living in the past. But then when we got Update, I went a little crazy. Because I had the freedom, and I engineered it all so that I got Downey, because I knew if I had Downey, I'd have a lot of power behind me.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm MacDonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had, you know, when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend. I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I'd put him right there up in the top 5.
If you don't pay me now, I'm gonna take this swizzle stick and I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole.
So that was $11.50, right?
Right.
Yeah, you know how a top spins?
Yeah, I know how a
Well, in
top spins.
Australia, a top spins the opposite way of a top in America.
It's not funny.
By the way, I saw that film that you recommended me that you called a fantasy, Showa. Horrifying. You make it a habit to hang out with Dax Shepard.
No.
But yet you also know you're good friends with Professor Irwin Corey. And what does it do to you?
Causes diabetes.
Well, that's terrible. Then they
Hardening of the
amputate
arteries.
your leg.
Mm-hmm. Not always. Sometimes you go blind.
Sometimes you go blind.
Yeah.
Sometimes both.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't. At least you can't see that you only have one leg.
You know what I like about this show? It's not afraid to take on the issues.
My wife's a slatterny woman.
Sorry to hear that.
Is that the word?
It's a word.
Slatternly. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, you know, but like, you tell me, because you're a gay guy. But I go into a gym. I go into workout. You know what I mean? I want to work out and I want to get my pecs and lats and shit like that, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But then I go into the locker room. Now, the last thing I want to see there is some guy's fucking hot, beautiful asshole. This is what he told me the other day. He goes, it happened.
Fire pit.
He goes, it happened, but he goes, the numbers are all wrong. And then he goes, the other night he goes, 600 or 6 million, it's still terrible. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so Mario Cantone, we were at the Hyatt, you know, and me and Howard Busgang and this other guy are smoking a joint. I'm not smoking, but they're both smoking this joint. This was in a very serious time of AIDS.
Norm, are you okay?
I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel.
No way. Can I ask you a question seriously?
The guy made a mistake.
I'm being honest
The guy
with you.
made a mistake. He had a press conference later, and he said he made an error in judgment.
The guy who ate the guy?
Yeah, he made an error in judgment. Now, what do you think of this joke? When I die, I want my body donated to science, but more specifically, a scientist who is working on bringing dead guys back to life.
Oh, that's just, is that funny at all?
The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Jim, the other day, very nice guy, Jim Ping,
Oh, they really do exist. What is this thing you're doing with your face?
Oh, it's...
Do you have allergies?
No, I'm not used to these glasses, but he was very nice.
So you think that's going to help?
And he lent me... is that the face I'm making?
Well, one time I thought you were joking around. You were looking at me like, get a close-up. I hope you had a close-up. Roll it in now if you didn't show it
sounds
before.
like this guy's jimping to...
Let me as abacus
I want to do
yesterday.
this.
Jesus!
Oh, come on, that's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
No, that's kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
MacDonald, everybody, who's on the show today, all this week, sort of hanging out. How are you, Norm?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah? Welcome back to another day of MTV's Summer Share here at the Jersey Shore. We're going to chat with Norm about his movie Dirty Work in just a little bit. Plus, Donna D'Erico will be on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Donna D'Erico's on the show. Also, Lori, our chef today. We're having a little barbecue on the show. You know why? Because you got to eat, right, Lori? Right. Lori, talk right to that microphone.
Oh.
Do you have any cooking experience?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah, what do we got going here? You want to get a shot of, what are you cooking us?
2 hot dogs and 3
2 hot
hamburgers.
dogs. How is that going to feed our studio audience today and all
There,
these people?
cut it up.
We're going to cut up. Can I taste the hot dog? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little hot there.
How's that wiener?
You need to work on that one, Lori. This is cool, isn't it? Do you ever use this thing? It's kind of like a chef's condom. It's kind of weird, huh? You want that back?
Yeah.
No, let's go have a seat. Everybody.
Okay.
We can hang out.
Let's go over here.
And chat. We had our first night at Seaside Heights last night.
Yeah, that was great. Drinking that beer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Norm and I got to go out last night.
Yeah.
There's a place called the, what's the name of that? Yakety Yak Cafe?
Yakety
You guys
Yak.
know that place here?
That was
It's
fun.
like a nightclub for senior citizens. Really, seriously. They'd play like Islands in the Stream. Remember that when that came on?
That was crazy. You had a lot of the ladies last night.
Oh, let me tell you, man.
I told you that one was a dude. I told you, man. I warned you.
I know. I was a little upset we're having the barbecue today after that experience, too. But how about when the girl you were talking to, when her teeth came out? It was crazy, seriously.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to her during that point.
I remember when you tried to put them in, back in her. It got ugly. Hey, also, our question of the day is, and Norm's here to talk about Dirty Work, which we're very excited about.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Tell us a little about just the plot of the movie. It's sort of a revenge.
It's a movie, yeah. It's a movie about, I play a guy that opens a revenge for hire business. So I get revenge on people that can't think of them themselves.
And you actually co-wrote this movie, and, and this idea actually stemmed from you just having a fascination about this idea.
Yeah, I love the idea of revenge, yeah.
Certainly. Our question of the day is, what's the best way you've gotten revenge? So if you're here hanging out with us, think of some ways that you've gotten revenge. Do you have any ways that you can think of in your own real life that you've...
Well, this wasn't my idea, but my buddy did it when we were in college. We sent these dudes at this fraternity that we didn't like a big bunch of donuts, right? And then they ate the donuts, and then underneath the donuts we had a Polaroid of me and my buddy with the donuts on our...
That's good. How come we didn't write that into the movie?
We did. They wouldn't let us do it.
All right, you know, we're gonna show you a video right now. It's actually a breakthrough videos from Madonna. Part of this was shot in our New York studio in Times Square. You can check it out. Here is Jonas Ackerlund directed this video, who did Smack My Bitch Up from Prodigy. If you haven't seen it, it moves rather fast. Check out Madonna right now. Here's Ray of Light. Hey, all right, welcome back to the show. Carson Daly here. Norm MacDonald, our guest today, star of Dirty Work, a movie that everybody in America has to go see at least once. That's what we're asking.
Yeah.
We're not asking a lot. Just go and check out Norm's movie. It's very funny. We're going to talk about it just a little bit. We've actually started yesterday, since Norm's going to be on the show with us all week long, kind of hanging out. When you came out yesterday, you didn't look in the like you were in the real beach attire.
Right, I've gotten a little more.
You're working your way.
I had a sweatshirt yesterday, now I have a T-shirt.
But we're taking up a collection fund, too, of everybody here. So by the end of the week, maybe we'll get you in a skivvy.
Yeah.
So this is the Norm MacDonald Skinny White Ass Fund. There it is. Sorry, Ski. You got that? We have about 14 bucks in it now, so I'll pass it around. If you guys want to see Norm in a, you know, like a thong by Friday, then drop some money.
Some of the ladies put some money in, too.
Put money in there, for Christ's sake. Put some... Stop taking the money. Our question of the day today, in honor of Norm and Dirty Work and the whole theme about getting back at people, is what's the best way you've gotten revenge? We have some people here, right here, who want to tell us a good story. What's your name, sir?
Derek.
Hi, Derek. Say hi to Norm.
Hey, Derek.
Norm?
What's up, buddy?
Not much.
Derek, what's your revenge story?
Well, it was Valentine's Day, and a bunch of my friends sent some flowers to a bunch of girls in my name, and it kind of got me angry. So that night, I went out, bought like a dozen eggs, went around like eggs their cars, and then I put like raw fish in the backseat of their cars. So.
Raw fish is good on any
it
sort
smelled
of
pretty
revenge
nasty.
story.
It really didn't smell too good.
But let me ask you this: if they sent flowers to girls in your name, why is that bad?
Well,
you might get laid out of it.
Yeah.
No,
is that so bad?
No, they were. I don't know. They were some pretty nasty customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they were dead roses, and they pissed the girls off, and they wanted to.
The girl that they sent the roses to was not easy on the eyes, right?
Not at all easy on the eyes.
All right, who else has a revenge story here? in the sandbox of love. Hi, what's your name?
Liz.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. What's your revenge story?
I got back at this big, like, 7-foot loser that was always egging my house.
Wait, that's that guy right there. Hey, seriously, so how bad were the flowers? I mean, but she's easy on the eyes. I mean, Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We went to this kid's house with, like, Easter dinner leftovers.
Yeah?
And we put spaghetti sauce all over his porch, and, like, we wrote "die" with food coloring on the snow on his, like, lawn, and we threw, like, hot dogs and mustard and
Does your family
things
seriously?
all over his lawn.
Does your family seriously have like a special dinner for Easter? What do you think about that?
This guy doesn't sound like such a loser. He's 7 foot. He's got a Porsche and a lawn.
Right. We actually talked to a few of our people here hanging out in the sand, and somebody in this crowd, we're about to show you a video, someone in this crowd, a way that they got back at their friend was they took their toothbrush, which is a very personal item. I mean, it goes in your mouth and stuff, and they put it in the toilet, which is another dirty place to put a toothbrush. So we're going to show you this video, and then try at home to figure out who the culprit is. We're going to show you everybody's face and see if you can figure it out. We'll show you who it is after the video. Who do you think it is, Norm? Just from looking at our audience. Who would be that revengeful to put a toothbrush in a toilet? Her? Any particular reason?
She just looks like the type.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the idea. All right, we're going to show you Dave Matthews Band. Don't drink the water. All right, that was Dave Matthews. He's Norm MacDonald. I'm Carson Daly, and these are my pasty white thighs right here. We're just checking out a little music video there. All right, we asked you at the beginning of the video to try and figure out from the crowd shot who was the revengeful person that put their friend's toothbrush in the dirty toilet. Who was it? Fess up. Oh, you in the back. Wow, I never would have thought it would be you. Of all people. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, where are you from?
Mawa, New Jersey.
From Maui, New Jersey?
Mawa.
Maua? Okay, tell us the story about this horrible deed that you did.
All right, about 6 months ago, my ex-boyfriend cheated on me with one of my girlfriends.
Oh, it wasn't the one next to you, is it?
No.
It'd be weird if you guys were hanging out so soon.
This is family. She wouldn't do that.
Oh, cool.
But, and they both didn't know that I knew, but I find out everything, so I knew, and there was a party that night, and ever since they were, like, cheating together, she's been kissing my butt, and so was, like, he, so I knew something was up. So at the party, I went to the bathroom, and I saw a toothbrush there, so I swirled it around the toilet bowl a little bit, scrubbed it a little bit, and placed it right back in the holder.
Wow. Norm, what do you think about
I guess she's
that?
going to find out now.
That's quite the revenge story.
Yeah, that. You know what that wouldn't work on?
Who?
A dog.
No. Why?
They love the toilet bowl.
Oh, that's right. Yes, they do. All right, we're going to check on the barbecue also when we get back in just a second. And Donna D'Erico will be out, and more with Norm, too. We'll be right back. Stick around. The fun has just begun here in the sun.
Hi, guys. Music coming up next. Listen, I've been working on a little tune. What do you think? Shout at the devil!
Hey, how are you? It's Tuesday. That means there's some new music in stores. Part of the grassroots movement from the Bronx, and it's happening. Norm MacDonald, everybody, hanging out with us. Have they ever raised the roof for you? Have you had that experience out yet? That's pretty cool.
I love that band better than Ezra, by the way.
Do you really?
But you know what band I don't like?
Which one don't you like, Norm?
Ezra. They're not as good.
Let's bring out our next guest, Donna D'Erico, everybody.
Yeah!
This is cold, man. Norm MacDonald, Donna D'Erico. Do you guys know each other? Like, do you hang out or like...
Me and Donna?
Yeah,
once in a while, you know. we both live in Malibu.
Oh, do you both? Oh, you live there as well?
Yeah, well, she does.
Oh. No, this is good. We have a whole new question today for you. Go ahead. Donna, how are you?
Oh, good. Everything's going awesome.
Oh,
it's hot out here.
It is a little warm.
Yeah.
Except right when you said that, a cloud came right over the sun. Isn't that horrible? Yeah. Donna, are you enjoying Seaside Heights, New Jersey? Have you spent any time out here?
I just got here a little while ago, a few days ago, and it's been awesome. All the people are really cool here, And we're shooting a new show, my new show.
I saw it last night.
Prima Donna.
Prima Donna.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about the show. It's going to
Well,
be.
it's going to be like the best of everything on the Jersey Shore. Like, you know, the best restaurants, the best tattoos, the best body
You had the body piercing tattoo last
Yes,
night.
sir, yeah, that's right. And met a lot of cool people. We're going to have some drop-by guests. You know, maybe we'll have some worse stuff, too, like, you know, the worst hairy backs.
Yeah.
Right? And she looks at Norm.
I got a hairy back.
He's got a hairy white ass we're trying to see by Friday, too. Let's pass this thing around one more time. Donna slipped 100 in there earlier. Norm, what do you think? Do you think maybe we come up with some suggestions for other things we can do for Prima Donna for the show?
Oh, for the show?
Yeah, some like best of ideas. Can you think of any?
Well, let's go to the audience.
Maybe the audience has some
people.
Ideas. To the people. All right, we're going to do that right. Actually, we're going to show you a video during Tori Amos's video for Spark. Yeah, the people they'll speak up and maybe we'll come up with some ideas for your show. But we're glad that you're here and the show looks very good. Enjoy the sun and enjoy Tori Amos. Here it is. We're going to take, you want to eat? We have a barbecue going.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Lori, can you hook up Donna a little something? Do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Are you vegetarian?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The meat's been on the grill for like an hour. They're small leather belts now, but we'll try and get you a little something. Norm, you hungry?
Yeah, you got any cheese, barbecue cheese?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yum.
Oh, sorry. The barbecuer is a nice woman.
Oh, that's great.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And
Hey, look, it's with all
more with Donna, more with Norm, and more barbecue. Fun in the sun. We'll be right back. Stick around. Jericho's hanging out by the barbecue. Because that's what we're doing. We're queuing up a little food today. Everything all right over there, ladies? Good. Norm MacDonald is here. Norm, Dirty Work comes out June 12th, is that right?
June the 12th, that's
June
right.
the 12th. You co-wrote this movie.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys shoot it?
Toronto, Canada.
Your native country?
Yeah, it's my native country, man. It's the greatest.
Did you have any, you co-wrote the movie. Did you want to shoot it there?
Yeah, I wanted to shoot it in Toronto because I love American movies shot in Toronto. So you ever see those? Like, you'll see, like, Nicholson and Ned Beatty or something driving down the street, you know, and they're talking, then a cop will stop and go like, hey, you're just past a red light there. All the extras are Canadian.
Oh, right. Like the X-Files. I think they shoot up there, too.
Yeah. So all the extras have this retarded accent for no reason.
Was it just so many comedians working on this movie? You guys are all so funny. I mean, like Chevy Chase and yourself.
Yeah, Chevy and Chris Farley and Don Rickles.
We're going to talk about Chris Farley, too. What was it like working on the set with all of these just funny people?
It was hilarious, man. Like, Rickles just insults everybody all the time. And most of his insults don't even make sense.
Right.
Like, he'll just go, why don't you go to Alaska and suck on a whale? You don't know what it means, but it's funny.
That's cool. That's actually our question of the day was, what's the best way you've gotten revenge? Because it ties into the movie, Dirty Work.
The movie's all about revenge.
I love the revenge stuff,
Yeah.
too. And you go in for the revenge for hire business.
Right. So we have a bunch of cool revenges that you can use at home.
Yeah. Is there going to be a Dirty Work again, like a sequel?
Yeah, dirtier work.
We're going to, anybody in our audience want to answer our question of the day? Right over here. What's the best way you've gotten revenge? What's your name?
Shanna.
Shanna?
Yep.
Okay, hi.
All right, my boyfriend was cheating on me, and I found out, and I went over his house and used the bathroom. While I was in there, I poured a nice amount of Nair into his shampoo, shook it up, broke up with him.
Ooh. Is it Matt Pinfield, perhaps? What happened? Did you ever hear? Did he go bald? Or?
Well, all I know is he didn't leave his house for like a couple of months after that. I did not see him at all.
What if the Nair went in his eyes and he blinded him?
Oh, well.
That would be a scene for Dirtier Work.
Yeah.
June 12th, the year 2000.
You know what I don't understand about that story?
What?
What did the guy do wrong?
Yeah, what did he do wrong that made you do that?
He cheated on me.
He cheated on her.
He was sleeping with another
He
girl.
was sleeping with another girl.
Is that wrong?
All right, who's next? Who has a best revenge story? Oh, right here. Hi, what's your name?
Carol.
Hi, Carol. Norm, say hello.
Hi, Carol.
Carol, Norm. What's your revenge story?
Well, the guy I was seeing didn't ask me to his formal, so I showed up with someone else.
You were seeing him and he didn't, how come he, now why wouldn't he ask you?
Because I ended up not taking him to mine, because he didn't call me back one
So
day.
he was actually getting revenge on you, and you got revenge on the fact that he was getting revenge on you.
Yeah.
You got to get out
Makes
of this
some sense to
cycle.
It can only lead to murder, suicide.
Donna, do you have a revenge story? Anything?
No, but I have somebody I'd like to get revenge on. And this girl named Kristen in the 7th grade, she called me Acorns.
Why acorns?
I was going through puberty.
Really?
Oh my God.
Wow. You know, that trick with the toilet and toothbrush might be a good one for her.
Now it's like a giant oak tree.
That's right. Don't forget, Prima Donna, our brand new show here from MTV Summer Show, you can check out tomorrow night for sure, and then be sure and check it out all summer long. Again, we're very happy to have you here. We're going to show you a video right now from Sparkle, which is featuring R. Kelly. And during the video, one member of our audience right here on the beach told us another revenge story. And it was that they were so upset with their friend, they got real pissed off, and so they put laxatives on top of a pizza. Oh. And normally it's stuff like pepperoni, but in this case it was laxatives, which you have no control over your bladder if you don't know how. Have you ever had a laxative?
I actually order it on my pizza.
That's amazing.
You pay a little extra, but you know.
All right, let's check out that video and we'll show you the faces. You figure out who the culprit is, and we'll tell you after the video's done. Here's Sparkle. Wow. Norm just confirmed it. We're going back out chasing skirts tonight, right, Norm?
Yeah, skirts.
All right. Hey, where's Donna, by the way?
Where's Donna?
Oh, she's not here. She left. Oh. Be sure and watch Donna's new show, Prima Donna, MTV Summer Show, too. It's on tomorrow night at 7:30. Check it out. Thank you to Donna for stopping by. But who was the person who put X-Lax on a pizza? Who had that story? Right there. What's your name, sir?
George.
Hi, George.
Yeah, a bunch of guys. There's actually two groups. These guys were just being jerks for a long time. And basically to get back, it was a sausage piece, so you just kind of crushed some laxatives on it, give it to him. One guy actually ate the whole thing. He didn't,
the whole pizza?
Yeah.
What a pig.
He was like happy we gave him free pizza. So, yeah.
Were you around for the action? Oh, and I have to say, I'm sitting here and telling you about the X-Lax, and I'm like, it makes your bowels go nuts. I mean, I said bladder.
You said bladder, yeah.
But what an idiot I am, and he didn't say anything.
Well, I didn't want to, you know, you're the host.
I'm no host. Anyway, that's a good story. So what happened? Did you ever hear that they sat on the can for 6 days?
I don't know. Just that one guy ate the whole pizza, and yeah, I don't really.
I have a friend that's a bartender, and he, when someone doesn't tip him, like if he gets stiffed, or if somebody's being a jerk when they go to the bathroom, he'll take Visine and drop like 2 drops of Visine in a drink, and it like kills them. It's really bad. I mean, it doesn't. It's the same type of thing with the laxatives. Yeah, your bowels are shit. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to eat our barbecue. Stick around, and more with Norm MacDonald when we get back.
It kills you. Hey, Jimmy, that girl you're with, she's not the,
Yep. Lynn Young, the Saigon whore who bit my nose off. We're getting hitched.
Oh.
Jimmy, let's go.
Hold on, I'm talking to my friend here. Jeez. Sometimes you gotta remind the hen who the rooster is.
Well, good luck to you, Jimmy.
Okay, Mitch. Stay around. Blah, 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 blah.
When I say let's go, you go.
Yeah? Time you shut your cake hole, Yoko. Women.
Dirty work. Chris Farley and Norm MacDonald is hanging out with us here all week long. Chris Farley has to be just one of the funniest people. Is he that funny just in real life, too? Like
Yeah, he was funny all the time, constantly.
Right.
Like, he's the kind of guy, he's the only guy I ever met that he could make, like, young people, old people, you know, smart people, dumb people, it didn't matter. He could make anyone laugh, and he did it, like, constantly. He was a great, you know, he's probably the best comedian I ever saw in my life.
How long had you known Chris?
I knew him, you know, about 5 years.
Right.
And he was a real sweet guy, too. And he did this movie for free just to hang out, you know.
No kidding.
So it was real nice, and I'm proud that he's in the movie. He was really, really funny in it.
Was there anything when you shot it that sort of made you go, wow, you know, he's a little out of control, something bad might happen? I mean,
No.
is there any sign of anything?
No, when he worked, he was completely straight all the time, you know, because he was just consumed with his work. Like, whatever he did like 1,000 times more than everybody else. So when he did the work, he just completely, you know, and then at night we would write, because he ad-libbed and wrote most of the scenes he was in, you know.
Really?
So when he got into work, that's where he was the straightest, you know.
We were just talking about how movies now, like every movie's is like a big budget film, like Deep Impact and Godzilla and like these two, you know, Titanic.
It's amazing.
I mean, since you co-wrote this movie and now it's on, what do you think about just the size of movies today? Is it like intimidating now to have a...
To have like a regular budget movie like mine come out against big ones? Yeah, it's hard to make. I have a kind of a plan to make a lot of money in this movie, which is I'm charging $1 million a ticket. So I get 100 dumb rich guys. I'm all right.
Very good. June 12th it comes out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna continue to write movies and?
Yeah, I'm writing another one now, and I'm starting another one in 2 weeks after this comes out.
Would you ever play like a serious role?
Nope.
All right, we're gonna check out a video right now. Here's Janet Jackson with "I Get Lonely." Norm MacDonald White Ass Fund. We're trying to get Norm some money. I figure if you get enough money that you just might get out of those jeans and shirt, and we can see you in a bathing suit by the end of the movie. I think we're up to like $20.
That's close.
Yeah, we're getting there. Norm, thanks for being on once again.
Man. We gotta go out tonight.
Yeah, how about we go get a beer?
That'd be great.
All right, we're gonna go get a beer later tonight. Thank you, Lori, for our barbecue. You're doing fine. We also want to thank Donna D'Erico. Be sure to check out Prima Donna. It's on tomorrow night at 7:30, and we'll see you, of course, tomorrow right here. Thanks for watching. Bye. Norm MacDonald is here, everybody. We're very excited. We're going to be talking about his new movie, Dirty Work.
Yeah, Dirty Work.
It's a huge movie, and I'm going to make a bold statement right now, Norm, if you allow me to do so. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this movie is going to make $475 billion.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the CNN poll, though. There's a plus and minus error factor of about $275 billion.
Right. Now I'll make like $800 million. Everybody will be disappointed.
Tonight are the movie awards on MTV, which we're very excited about. And during this show, we're going to be showing you some videos from groups and artists who will be performing tonight on the movie awards. Do you like the movie? I know you hosted.
Movie awards are cool. Yeah.
You hosted the ESPN awards.
Oh yeah, the ESPYs.
The ESPY awards. How was it hosting a big award show like that?
Well, you know what I did? I did like I just did my jokes, but what they do is they keep cutting to these guys that hated me.
What?
Yeah, like I do my joke, because I did a lot of like jokes about OJ and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they cut to like
OJ?
Marcus Allen or somebody of OJ. And then they put him on this giant screen behind me at Radio City Music Hall.
Right.
So I do the joke, and then they show some scowling athlete.
Not a very good vibe, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no.
All right, our question of the day is, if a movie was made about your summer, right, what would the title be and why? What if I'll ask you first? We're going to ask the people right here.
Oh, mine would be called Dirty Work.
Is there a need to ask why? I don't think so. Hey, we're going to check out a video right now, and then it's going to be coming to you from... We've been showing this video. It's the theme to Godzilla, a movie that won't make near the money that Dirty Work is going to make.
Exactly.
And this is Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page. We've been seeing the performance from Saturday Night Live. And they have a video now, finally, so let's check it out. Here's Come With Me. All right, that's the scene from Dirty Work, which is out June 12th. Don Rickles is in that clip there. Norm is right here, of course.
That was a dream to get Rickles in this movie because I always loved him ever since I was a kid. You know?
Yeah.
That was great.
He's got a really cool style of comedy because you never know if he's serious, and he always seems to put people down. And it's really funny.
Yeah, I wrote Rickly things for Don Ricklish things for him to say.
Yeah.
And then when he got there, he just insulted them all.
Little Ricklies.
Yeah, like he didn't want to do them. So I said, I have to do whatever you want, just insult me, And so then sometimes he'd insult me, but like he'd forget that it was in a movie. So I'd be in the movie, and then he'd go like, "I'm a friend. How you got a movie? I have no idea." And I go, "No, you can't say that."
What are some of the things like specifically you would write for him? Do you remember anything?
We wrote this one thing where he goes, but he hated it. But we said he's insulting this big fat guy, and then we go, Baskin Robbins phoned the other day, and they said they're down to 8 flavors. They're big, and that's why he's right.
You're right.
He just made up his own stuff, we just let him do whatever he wanted.
That's funny. It's like you write all the stuff for him, and then he gets on and ends up probably just improvising.
Yeah,
Was a lot of the movie improvised?
His stuff's mostly improvised, and Chris Farley's stuff's mostly improvised.
Right. Another appearance in this is from someone who works at MTV, Rebecca Romaine, who hosts the House of Style.
Yeah, she plays a bearded lady.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was, she's a bearded lady that wants to have sex with me, but I'm grossed out because she has a huge beard. But meanwhile, she's like super hot lady.
Right, behind the beard.
Yeah, and torn.
Right. And Gary Coleman's in this too?
Oh yeah, Gary Coleman. He was fun to work with because I always loved him on that show, so I wanted him to get into the movie.
Right.
You know the show he's on?
Yeah, What's Happening?
Yeah, no, different show. What's happening?
First thing that came to my mind.
So the funny thing about working with him is like you still think of him as a kid. Like,
sure.
When you're working
you
with
want to call him Arnold probably all the time.
So all the time I'd be like, "Hey Gary, how's it going? Can I get you a cookie or something?" He'd go, "I'm 50. Get me a prostitute and send her to my trailer."
It's tonight on MTV from 9 to 11, our movie awards. We're very excited about some of the best movies over the last year. And next year, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Dirty Work is going to win all the movie awards.
Oh, yeah. It's going to win if they have a category, most horrors in a movie.
Right.
We have a lot of horrors.
How many? Did you count? Is there a
There are
horror
about 40 horrors in the movie.
Right. That doesn't include the dead hookers.
Yeah, no, those are...
Maybe you'll get a statue for that, too. Yeah. The movie awards are being hosted by Samuel L. Jackson. The show's tonight again from 9 to 11. You want to check it out. We're showing you some videos from people performing, one of which we're going to show you right now, and this is Will Smith. Here's someone who has a huge career from television.
Right.
To getting jiggy with it. He's also in movies.
Yeah.
He hosted our movie awards 4 years ago. What's that? Yeah, he's presenting the show. He's not going to be singing.
He said Samuel Jackson was hosting.
I said Samuel Jackson was going to be hosting. But that's another story. So we're going to show you this thing right now. It's sort of everything you ever wanted to know about Will Smith, and then we're going to show you the video for Just the Two of Us, which he wrote about his son Trey. So get your dose of Will Smith. What is there? Somebody famous here? Where is he? Warren Beatty, everybody! Come on! No, he's not there. Welcome back. Norm MacDonald, that's
we're having fun. All right?
I'm having a great time.
Me too.
We've been hanging out all week.
I know, it's been 6 days.
Yeah, well, not quite.
About 4 days.
Definitely. Dirty Work is a good movie, and that's coming out.
Yeah, that's coming out soon, June 12th.
You know all about that.
Yeah, I was in it.
Yeah, I know that. Your first leading role.
And I wrote it with my buddy Frank Sebastiano from right here in Jersey.
And you know what he is? He's a dirty hippie, that guy, Frank. That's for sure.
He's a damn dirty hippie.
He's a damn dirty hippie. Hey, our question today is if you're going to make a summer movie about your... Are you going to make a movie about... What is it? If you're going to make...
If you're going to make a movie
about your summer.
What would it be called?
Right. And why?
And why?
What would yours be called?
Mine would be called Dirty Work.
Okay, good. Just want to see in case that changed.
Or maybe Dirty Work, which opens June 12th.
Who here in the audience has one? Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Karen.
Hi, Karen. Where are you from?
I'm from Noka Harbor.
Okay. That's around here, I guess.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes away.
Okay. Say hi to Norm MacDonald.
What's up, baby?
Hey, babe.
My movie would be called Asswipe.
Asswipe
Yes,
would
it
be
would.
the name of your
Yes.
movie about your summer.
my whole summer. What I do, I'm a nursing assistant. And speaking of dirty work,
Yeah.
you have no idea what I see. I mean, just the title Ass Wipe says it all. And
Yeah. You have to wipe people's ass.
oh, we have to
Seriously.
wipe them, change them, diaper them,
Little
wax
babies and
powder.
stuff?
Oh yeah, and nobody is under 80 years old.
Yeah. Oh, they're not little babies.
Well, technically, yes, they are
They
babies.
must be actors. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Because you're not an actor. You're like a right. Okay.
But you
We're
know
on
what?
the same side of the fence. Yeah, okay.
It's very rewarding, though. It's a very good job.
Yeah, no, I think
very
that.
rewarding because if we didn't do it, nobody else would. And
Yeah. You get a lot of free shit, probably?
I totally missed what you just said, but it must have been pretty funny.
Does anybody have to... Never mind. All right, who's next? About your a movie, about your summer. What's your name?
My name's Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. What's
How
up,
you
man?
doing?
Say hi to Norm.
What's up, Norm?
Hey, Anthony.
Okay, well, my movie would be called Dirty Work. No.
Oh, you're catching on.
I'd call it Hot Dogs and Donuts, because that's all I've been eating all summer long. I mean, wake up in the morning, throw a few hot dogs on the grill, and go to Dunkin' Donuts, get some donuts, you know?
Notice that he eats the hot dogs before the donuts in the morning.
I ate them together.
Huh?
I ate them together.
Yeah. There's I wonder what a psychiatrist would have to say about that. Hot dogs and donuts. Who else would be in your movie? What big actors?
Probably me and my friends, because I think we're pretty good actors.
You?
I'll give you a job, too,
You
maybe.
said actress.
Oh,
Yeah,
actress?
like who would be your leading lady in Hot Dogs and Donuts?
That girl there was pretty good. Maybe she could,
Oh, over here? Oh. Hey, welcome to Love Line. Yeah, which one? Come over here and pick her out. Come sit by her, please. All right, we need to show you a video. Norm, you mentioned that you liked Bob Dylan's work. Oh, yeah, Bob Dylan's the greatest. And a lot of people say that his the most recent record he put out is one of his best. Yeah, it's a great album, man. You got to get that. Yeah, and where a lot of people know, of course, Jacob Dylan, his son, who's the Wallflowers. He sucks. I'll represent Jacob Dylan, and you can represent Bob Dylan. Yeah. All right, that way it's 50-50. We're going to go ahead. I'm kidding. I love Jacob. We're going to go ahead and show you this, and they're performing tonight as well, the Wallflowers. So check out Heroes. Hi, are we back? Yeah. Norm and I were just chatting about how psycho my mom is at Thanksgiving for putting the gizzards in the gravy, the dressing. Yeah. And you know, Mom, you're dumping in like the liver and the heart. That's the gravy. I mean, symbolically, it atop the food. She could never explain why. Oh, man. Anyway, moving on. Did you ever have that problem at Thanksgiving? Did you ever understand that stuff's in the gravy? I find it odd that a lady would have her hand up a bird. All right, Norm is here. We're talking about Dirty Work, his new movie that opens June 12th. Oh, yeah, Dirty Work. We've had some people here hanging out with us. We thought it'd be a good idea for you to get to know our audience just a little bit better. So we asked during the commercial a couple of our people here to write down on a card their name, their most embarrassing moment, something they've never told a friend, and their nickname. Yeah. So we're gonna. I have them here on the card. What do you got? So let's start with embarrassing moment. So who is this now? First. This is Dina Stevens. Dina, where are you? Right over there. Hot pink. Yeah. Does that glow in the dark? Oh, it'd be cool if it did. So, Dina, why don't you tell us about your most embarrassing moment?
I brought this guy home that I like,
Yeah.
and my grandma was sitting at the table and she started talking to him and stuff, and her teeth fell out.
Oh. That happened to Norm and I drinking beer a couple nights ago. That's embarrassing. Yeah, but you know what? With guys, they'll still have sex with you anyway. You, not your grandmother, of course. All right, moving on. All right, now the next one. So this, we've already done the embarrassing moment. So now, something a friend. What was the category? Something you've never told a friend. Something you've never told a friend. And who is it, first of all? It's Colleen Murray. Colleen, where are you? Yeah. There's Colleen. Colleen? Hi, Colleen. Oh, sitting down over there. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, good. Something that Colleen has never told a friend. Yeah.
I never told my friend that she's really, really annoying and that I really can't stand her.
Really? Is she here today? Because we get huge ratings if you got spots. She really would. Yeah. She's not here?
Nah, she's just really obnoxious and...
But you maintain this fictitious relationship?
Well,
or?
you know, she's not like a really good friend, but when I'm like hanging out with her, I just like, I don't know, I sit there and like roll my eyes all the time, but I feel mean if I said something to her.
Yeah, I understand that. Do you? No, you know, like a lot of times you hang out with people you don't like, and you treat them nicer because you feel guilty because you hate them. I don't know why, but I do that all the time.
Colleen, do you want to why don't you look into the camera and say who it is and
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't want to
You'll
hurt
feel
anyone's
better.
feelings.
Yeah.
No, but she's not here. She's not. You'll win us over. No, you don't want to do it?
Is it Mariah Carey?
All right, we'll move on.
Okay, so the next one, we've already covered the most embarrassing moment and things you never tell your friends. So this is the nickname, right?
The nickname. Sure. Do you have a nickname, Norm?
A nickname?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Do you?
No.
Okay. Then we'll go to Jerry.
Jerry, where's Jerry? What's
Hey.
up, Jerry? Pass the microphone over there.
How you doing today?
What's up, man? You from here?
I'm from Browns Mills.
Oh, cool. All right. Nickname.
So it's embarrassing nickname. Is that the category?
Yeah, that's one of the things. What is
and remember, the dollar values are double. Holding cards.
I don't know. What's the nickname? Read it. What?
Oh, what's your nickname?
Yeah,
you want me to say it?
Sure.
It looks like Jurina Fishhead.
That's right. That's right.
Is that right?
Yes.
And then it says drag name.
Yes. Last year, my bunch of my friends subbed me that name when I went out to Philadelphia in drag.
Yeah.
They said that I looked like a huge fish.
You look like a huge fish?
Fish, yeah.
Yeah?
So my name is Jerry, so they just Jurina Fishhead.
Really? Now, wait a second now. Well, you went in drag? You dressed up as a lady?
Yes, I did.
And went to Philadelphia?
Yes, I did.
And all your friends could think of calling you with Fishhead?
I'd be hanging out with those ignorant friends, too.
I don't know what part of New Jersey you come from, but...
They could probably figure out a little bit worse than Fishhead.
That's right.
I could. Maybe you could come back on tomorrow's show and drag for us.
That'd be great.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we'll do that.
That'd be cool.
All right. We're going to show you a video right now. Of course, the MC Movie Awards are tonight from 9 to 11. If you want to check it out, we're showing you some videos of people performing, one of which is Brandy. Here she is in her latest one. What's that? Oh, Monica is performing? All right. How come they're not both doing this song? This is a duet from Brandy and Monica, which a lot of people think they hate each other, and they don't. They get along very well. That's why they wrote this song. They fight after Mackay Pfeiffer. Here it is, The Boy Is Mine. Hi, how are you? Carson Daly here. Welcome back to the show. Norm MacDonald, we're at MTV Summer Fair in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. We're hanging out. I have this incredible urge as I sit here in New Jersey, right on the coast, looking out into the lovely ocean, to go shrimping.
Shrimping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been shrimping?
No, what is that? Catching some shrimp?
Yeah, and clamming and stuff.
I don't know how.
Can you do that here? Isn't that like a big crabbing?
Crabbing.
Yeah, it just seems fun, just going out there and
How do you catch shrimp? Do you just use little worms?
Is it a net? Yeah. You know, you have to get a license because there's this place I drove by in New Jersey that you can, you have to get like a clamming license or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right. That's what I'm going to do maybe this weekend. You want to come back and
go clamming?
Yeah, go clamming. Hey, we're trying to get Norm when he got here on the show on Monday. He just was so really overdressed for the beach. And we're taking up a little collection if you guys want to see him in his bathing suit. We've got about, I don't know, $30 or so.
Yeah.
It's his skinny, white, hairy ass fun.
Yeah.
Right here. We'll start it right over here. If you want to throw in some coin, you can.
Yeah. I have a lot of hair on my ass. I think of putting it up in a bun.
Really? You know,
We should get Jerry to maybe wear a nice bikini.
Yeah, sure. You know, putting it up in a bun, right?
Yeah.
That just solves it temporarily. You know that? You'll still have hair on your ass.
Yeah, you're right.
Performing tonight at the NCAA Movie Awards is this lady right here, Natalie Imbruglia.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah, she is. And here's Torn. Natalie Imbruglia, check her out tonight, 9 o'clock NCAA Movie Awards hosted by Samuel L. Jackson. Norm MacDonald to my left. We're sitting on the porch, and we've now collected a total of $40. $40 even in the Norm MacDonald. We want to see this skinny, white, hairy, sometimes in a bun ass tomorrow on the show. So, thank you, Norm, for hanging out today.
Yeah, tomorrow,
Once again,
man. We're
going
going
out.
drinking
We're
tonight, right?
going drinking tonight.
Yeah.
Norm and I have had one hell of a week. Maybe we'll get in the tank tonight.
What's the tank? Oh, the tank. Sure, yeah.
All right, tomorrow on the show, Dweezil Zappa swings by with Lisa Lowe and more Norm. It'll be Friday fun. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget Dirty Work, Sweet 12.
these days with your comedy, do you feel like you're walking on eggshells at all? Do you feel more like nervous about stuff you tweet and stuff you say just because of the climate we're in and everything that's happened?
Yeah, like we're going to go do stand-up right now. It's mostly trying out new stuff. You don't have the freedom to just talk and free associate and then, carve it back from there. Because usually the process would be you go way over the line. Yeah. And then you bring it, and then people go, we hate you. And then you take away all the parts where they hate you, and then you're left with the stuff that's not, that's on the line but not over it.
Is your starting point a little bit more sort of tamer these days?
Oh, yeah. It's very calculated and thought out. And
does that hurt your act, though?
Yeah, it's way less funny.
Is that right?
Other than it being not as funny, it's wonderful. It doesn't hurt anyone's feelings anymore, but virtually no one laughs. So it's a trade-off.
But so that's really hurt your career in terms of the fact that you're an eggshell comedian. And I don't think like...
Is that a new term?
I just made it up just now. Shouldn't comedy be some sort of sacred place where you're allowed to say whatever's kind of on your mind and like, if it's funny, then it's okay?
It used to be, like Jerry Seinfeld always says, the audience will let you know.
Yeah.
When it's gone too far, because they're a cross, representation of the population.
Yeah.
But now it's not enough to get, 99%. You have to get 100%. Most of the audience wants to be funny. Doesn't care about anything but that. They just want to escape.
Yeah.
But a tiny a group of people ruin it for everyone else.
And that's who you cater your performance to these days?
I cater my performance to a tiny group of people.
That's sad.
That hate me.
Best of luck with those projects.
Thank you, Conan.
Norm, thanks so much. I don't know what's happened here tonight, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love you, baby.
Norm MacDonald, everyone, right back. Jim Gaffigan's here. Hilarious, man. We'll see you in a second.
You don't even care what I'm saying.
Oh, it's excellent.
Local ones, huh?
You mean local for L.A.?
I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm off the clock.
Plus, I go shopping on Craigslist. What's that mean?
There's a whole segment on it. Did you see the show before you came out?
I had to have a huge
Ready to do this? So what?
This is local. Check and see.
I hope none of you have anywhere to go in the next hour. Ready? You all set? You think you got it under control? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Shoot a local promo, huh? All right, here we go.
Wait, this is not a local one.
No, this one says, hey, everybody.
The least local one you could have.
Hey, everybody. It's, something an idiot says when he comes in the room. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. No,
you go to a bar tonight. That's what you say when you go to a bar tonight after the show. Hey, everybody, we've got a great show.
What's wrong with you? What are you touching me for? Why are you touching me? Hey, everybody, we got a great show tonight with Norm MacDonald, comedian Jim Gaffigan, and musical guest Nico Case. Plus, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
We should be hugging.
In my peripheral vision, it looked like you were making out, and I got distracted. That's what it looked like to me.
We were trying to add something to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's jazz up this promo a little bit. Hey, everybody.
Nah, come on, we'll do it. I'm sorry. It's like the after party.
Yeah, I know. Hey, everybody, we got a great show tonight with Norm MacDonald, comedian Jim Gaffigan, and musical guest Nico Case. Plus, I go shopping on Craigslist. It's a great show coming up right after the news.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine.
I was thinking that the new comedians, like Jim Gaffigan, what is it called when you say a joke and then refer to it?
Oh,
Some sort of
I don't know
meta.
what it's called, but yeah, everybody's just.
What are they
doing
doing?
that.
Kind of explain what they do.
Well, what they do is they're basically saying what Jim does is he's telling you what the audience's reaction
So give
to
an
that
example.
joke is. So it's like you know.
The joke, it's not the joke part isn't important. You can talk about the Care Bears, but you just say the.
Okay, so he's like, you know, I like Samuel. Something the punchline Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, I don't care for him. He's not a good actor. Something like that.
Sometimes beauty's distracting, too. Like Halle Berry, she is so beautiful. But whenever she's in a movie, I find it hard to follow the plot. Like when she was in Monsters Ball playing that poverty-stricken woman, the entire time I was watching the movie, I was like, well, why doesn't she just become a model?
But isn't that he said he was commenting on his own act, not on Samuel
Yeah, that's
L.
what
Jackson?
he's. Oh, yeah, but he's talking about why does this? All right, so he'll be talking about like cheeseburgers. I love about mini muffins is you can eat fucking 12 of them. Oh, he just keeps talking about food. Why is he talking about food so much? He does that.
And now this has become a kind of a standard since.
Since he did it, it's like everybody.
Try and be a good dad. I sat the older three down and I explained to them that the new baby does not mean I love them any less, but I will have to let one of them go. So if anyone knows of a toddler rescue, maybe we could get Sarah McLachlan to do the commercial. I don't like that joke at all. Why would he put that joke in this special? 4 kids. Bedtime is a crisis. That's why I'm here right now.
I saw Gilbert do that 20 years ago, where he was his own father watching his act.
Yeah.
And he put on a pair of glasses.
I've been doing that for years, way before they had a name for it.
I had no idea.
He would say a joke, and then he'd put on his glasses, he'd be his father, and not care for the joke. Right?
That's brilliant.
What do you have to say now?
I mean, I'm not a good,
Anything.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's like.
Gilbert is not looking at your slow burn that you've been trying to perfect.
It's not, I mean.
Hey, did you see the
filth out
did
there?
you see the Kramer thing?
Oh, I did see that. We could look at that right now if we wanted to, but we don't have to
Makes
look
me
at that.
laugh.
Yeah, does that make you laugh when you see that?
The whole thing makes me laugh because
You've done stand up.
I know Michael Richards.
You do, okay.
And he's no racist. He's not a racist. And when you say something like that crazy, it can only be a joke. You know what I mean? He was out of his head element. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But there's no way that a guy who's racist screams it at the top of his lungs. You know what I mean?
Well, certainly, I don't think he was anticipating the fact that a cell phone could have been putting this onto CNN as he was saying it. I think he was
right.
thinking.
He wouldn't do it on the Craig Ferguson show.
Right. Maybe on here, though. We could maybe to get him on here to recreate that rant. I don't know. Up here in front of the brick wall.
You know what I read today?
Yeah,
in the
what?
Inquirer that Michael Richards was attacked at that pink yogurt place.
He was attacked?
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing that's sort of scary is, first of all, Mel Gibson has a career that he could hurt. Michael Richards doesn't really.
Wait a minute, Norm. I believe Super Dave was going to tell a joke there. I'm kind
Oh,
of.
I'm sorry. I thought he was really
No. What it seemed to me that he was going to say something because he didn't. He wasn't being serious. Then you said some. Super Dave, was there a joke there?
No, Norm. No. I was telling the truth.
Okay.
That I read where he got these punk kids ran at him and slammed his car and everything, tried to turn it over, and he ran away.
Right.
Yeah, because I'd be very frightened because like. Mel Gibson, if you make fun of Jewish people, then it's not like you're in danger. But
what?
If you're driving around,
you heard him.
Oh, hey, here's the thing, and I'm going to say it again.
This is a very funny thing that happened. Marlon Brando, remember, said that Hollywood ran. The Jewish people ran Hollywood.
That's right.
Yeah, but Marlon Brando.
And then he had to apologize.
Marlon Brando
and they let him work.
Anything. Marlon Brando lived.
Well, listen to Norm MacDonald and Super Dave argue about the Jews.
Marlon Brando lived behind a cardboard cutout.
What?
He lived behind a cardboard cutout. He was 900 pounds. So he could basically say anything.
No, but don't you think Michael Richards would be kind of in peril? And
well, but I don't think he had a career.
No, I'm saying just physically.
Hey, did you cut us off?
I didn't.
Are we just talking?
Yeah, you guys.
We're not even on the radio.
You haven't been on for the last hour, but this is great.
So great. I haven't talked to Norm in about 3 weeks.
Jonathan, don't you think that Michael Richards may have his life sort of in danger?
Yes.
No, I would move to either Tucson or Idaho.
Yeah, or Wisconsin.
Why, is Wisconsin good too?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You mean like just a shack in the woods or something?
Or Boston. He could move to Boston.
Yeah. Stay hard.
Wait a second.
No, wait.
You know the joke about B.B. King's wife?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
B.B.'s having a birthday, so she wants to surprise him. So she goes to the tattoo parlor. She says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. So the guy does it. She goes home. B.B. comes home. She opens the door, bends over, drops her shorts, and says, surprise! He said, who's Bob?
Oh, that's racist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Super Dave Osborne and his joke about
Yeah, tell that to Michael Richards, man.
Well, that's not a racist joke.
Yeah, sure it isn't.
Who's Bob?
Yeah, you know, that's the way you want to broadcasting and stereotypes, 97.9 FM.
Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Bob Hope's wife goes to a tattoo parlor.
No, but you chose an African American.
Well, but Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And she says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. She comes home. Bob Hope comes home. She bends over, pulls her pants down, and he faints.
Now, Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah, I know.
Bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. If he struggles a lifetime of with a rope. If he smells a bit, wash him down with soap. Just bring me the body of the great Bob Hope.
Bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. Another song by Super Dave Osborne and Norm MacDonald. They've collaborated together on a great new CD, Music from Dead People. Want to hear something?
Guy comes home with a duck under his arm.
Oh, shut
Wife
up.
opens the door.
Yeah.
She says, where the hell have you been? He says, this is the pig I've been screwing. She said, it's not a pig, it's a duck. He said, I'm not talking to you.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Super Dave, Norm MacDonald.
Why did you make her African American in that joke?
Yeah, why did you say? You heard him because you're racist. He said you're racist. He said, why didn't you make an African American in your joke? That's what you like to do, don't you? Super Dave.
Hey, don't you feel sorry for Michael Richards, really, though?
All right, go.
If you were Michael Richards and you were in that situation and
that word.
you said those things, what would you have done next?
Well, I think what he did was panic and start pretending it was Lenny Bruce. Like, because he said that word and everything, and then he said, that word, it still has power.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did this.
But no, I mean after the incident itself.
Oh, I would move to Idaho. Ketchum, Idaho.
Okay.
It's a
That's
crazy
like, you
time
know,
we
you're a
live in.
cis male. Do you know that?
I'm a what?
A cis male.
Cis male?
You know what that is? A cis
No.
male? You know?
I've never heard that.
A cis male is a person who was born male, but identifies as male.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's
It used to be called a male.
So now you're a
Now
cis
it's called
male.
a cis male. It's just an effort to marginalize you, the 99.99%.
I don't want to be marginalized.
I was just in a club and I was talking about transgender, and I said, I remember when Bruce Jenner, when he won the decathlon, someone said, she. So I had to go, oh yeah, she won the decathlon.
Oh, I see. But when he was a he when he ran the decathlon?
No, he was always a she.
Oh, he was always a she. Oh, I
So
see.
a woman won the decathlon in 1976.
Right.
Without any of us.
I'm ashamed to say that I'm very confused by that. In terms of sort of what one should say. I don't want to cause offense, but I don't feel like was there a memo that went round just to explain exactly what we should say? And because I know now there's also the idea that we remove gender at all, right? So there's no him and her,
Right.
she and he. It becomes.
But then,
what do we say?
But then, if you say, "Well, I always thought I was a woman," you know, well, then what does that mean? If there's no difference between the genders,
right?
Well, how did you?
Right.
How do you feel if you had a cock and balls, right? And that would push you towards maybe you're a guy.
Right.
So and then it has to all be inside. I felt I was a woman.
Right.
You know. And so what does that mean if there's no gender? If there's no difference?
Yeah.
You know that you are a cis male. Have you ever heard of that term?
A cis male?
Cis male. CYSMALE. So what it means is that you are a man. You're born a man.
Well, as far as you know.
As far as I know. And you identify yourself as a man.
Yes.
That's a cis male.
Now I don't understand. Where does that? Is this a new phrase?
Yes, it's a way of marginalizing a normal person. So
what
you're a
does it
cis
mean?
male,
What does a cis
and
male mean?
this other person's a trans. So you're equal. She's a man that thinks she's a woman. You're a man that thinks you're a man. It's completely
so everyone's.
equal.
It's all fluid.
Yes, everyone is self-identifying.
Yes. And I'm all for that. I think what I felt was I suddenly felt like I was causing offence unwittingly by simply not knowing what the terminology is now.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm a bit behind the curve on this. And I wonder if we could have, like, there could be a lecture, maybe you could do an informative podcast.
I'd love to have a
that
member
just
of the
explains-
LGBTQXT. But anyways, we're not here to talk about this. You know what I mean? Because people are going to start filling up your Twitter feed with.
Yeah, I feel like I'm already in trouble.
You're still, you're still
I
reeling
feel like
from
there's
the
definitely
sad
things
hill.
I've said already that I wish I could take back. And I don't know what they are, I just know they're out there.
Yeah, you're not. I am firmly on the side of womanhood now, but I am not a woman, nor will I ever be. 3 sentences later, I use the women's restroom because I am a woman. I changed my gender on my birth certificate to female because I am a woman. So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong?
How great is Josh Brolin?
Oh, he was amazing.
I'd love
Such
to
a
meet
good
that
guy.
guy.
And before we went out, Josh Brolin looked up at the audience and he went, "Well, fellas, let's shut these fuckers up."
And it was like the end of the Wild Bunch. Where it was like, let's go! This is gonna bomb! It was like very liberating.
That guy's a man.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Coen Brothers movie, the last one?
Hail Caesar?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen
An
it.
army of technicians and actors and top-notch artistic people are working hard to bring to the screen our biggest release of the year. Hail Caesar is a prestige picture with one of the biggest stars in the world, Baird Whitlock.
Well, it's really badly promoted because it makes it look like it's an old movie with George Clooney in it. But it's not. It stars Josh Brolin. And Josh Brolin has this scene with Clooney where he throws him up against the wall. And this guy's so manly, Josh Brolin. I mean, it's literally a square jaw, you know? And he's so like cool looking, and he just makes Clooney look like a woman. But boy, I love Josh Brolin.
But you know who's a real man? Have you ever interviewed Josh Brolin?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My God, huh?
Yeah, total stud. A manly man.
He is a
You got a
hot
thing for
piece
Josh
of-
Brolin?
Huh?
You got a thing for Josh then? Sleep, tread lightly in there.
No. No, I mean, he's a hot piece of tail.
Yeah, his tail is on fire.
It's been so long since you came around. Need one more chance to make this right. So stay till the morning. Stay till the morning. Stay forever. Won't miss this time.
I'm excited. Hey, it's. So much. Have a seat, Norm.
Wow.
You've been so nice of you to stop by, and you.
Well, I want to drop by, show my respects, you know?
Well, you know, for you to bring a basket commemorating sort of the tough situation I'm in is really nice.
Yeah. Well, that's not what that is.
Well, what is this basket for?
Oh, this is an older basket. I procrastinate, as you know. And this is a basket I got you back in June.
Wait a minute. Norm, you've had this basket since June?
Yeah.
I've seen you. You've been on the show like 3 times. Why didn't you ever give me the basket?
I keep forgetting it. But I wanted you to know I bought it. It was $60, and I wouldn't open it. I think it would smell. Well, there's a card also.
Yeah, I see that. It says congrats on it. That's terrific.
Oh, I don't know if can I read it?
Yeah, why not?
Congratulations, Conan, on finally securing your place as permanent host of The Tonight Show. That's something they can never take away from you. It is perhaps the shrewdest programming decision ever made by the NBC Brain Trust. Sure, the pressure is on, but if I know you, Conan O'Brien, miserable failure is not an option. You are the new king of late night.
Thank you.
Long live the king.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
It's stunning how Jay Leno outfoxed you again.
Yeah, he's good.
I know. You think, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm Jay Leno. They do the voice and everything. Meanwhile, he's the shrewdest guy. He outfoxed. You're in good company. He outfoxed Johnny Carson. David Letterman. Every 10 years, some redheaded rube shows up. So that's the phone call you got.
Yeah.
Your agent's like, there's good news and bad news. You are doing The Tonight Show. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that discussion where you said, I'll never have to follow Leno again? You know, I've noticed lately, everybody has an opinion. And I
when I was young, it wasn't that way, you know. People would have maybe, I don't know, 6 opinions, you know. Sometimes you meet a guy, he'd have 8 opinions. You'd go, God damn, that guy's opinionated. But about 6 opinions, that'd be about, and most of them were about food, you know, tell you the truth. People would go, Count Chocula, what the fuck's wrong with you? Stuff like that. You know, I mean, I have opinions. I mean, I have opinions that everybody holds, you know. I like, I don't know. Yellow is the best color, you know, but I don't know if you call that an opinion. You know, it's just a, oh, hold on, it's my phone. Hello? I got to phone you back on account I'm doing a special on the TV, comedy special. So I'll call you back, okay? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, I was saying I don't got really no opinions, and I know a lot of people don't have opinions on account of I see it on the TV. Like I'll watch CNN, and they'll ask a question, and sometimes it's tough, you know. They'll say like, "What do you think that Southeast Asian Sea treaty? How do you think that'll affect the gross national product of Singapore?" And anyways, at the end, they ask that question. You know, do you think it's good, yes or no? And then at the end, they show the answer. I'm a sucker for a poll, you know. So I always like to, I take, you know, I take part in, at the end, you will always see the same thing. It will be like, they'll show the poll and it's in like a pie chart, you know. And then you'll go, God damn, I wish I had some pie. Anyway, they show in a pie chart, and it'll be like 45% yes, 45% no, 10%, I don't know. So that's fine, you know. I'm not ashamed of being part of 10%, you know. Sounds small, but 10% of this great country, that's 35 million people, you know, that don't know. That's fine. And I'm a sucker, man. I always, anytime I see one of those polls, I phone up, you know. I go, hello, is this the TV? Yeah, you asked a question earlier. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the question. But listen, I got a question for you. What did that second word mean anyway? It did? All right, well, I better end up in that poll that looks like a pie, fella. I'm no sap. And then I hang up my phone.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Let's keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and come now.
Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff. You should let me read this ahead. Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff his cock in them. Oh, wait, that's just assholes. It didn't get a laugh, but I'm laughing. That's very funny.
Well, hey, I'm going to give you a quote. Let me see if you can place it.
Okay.
Okay? And here's my sorry impression of the great Norm MacDonald. Hey, you know, a date rapist has to have a lot more charm than a regular rapist.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is, too.
Yeah, you know, because, you know, that Artie Lang, he's no longer a baby gorilla. He's a big gorilla now.
Oh, we were talking about that.
All right,
That's
thanks,
what-
man. Thanks
that's
for
what Sam
calling.
said.
Jeez.
Ah, terrible.
Glad I took his call.
Norm's co-star, Artie Lang, in Dirty Work, one reviewer said that Artie had all the charm of a date rapist.
Right.
And so Norm cheered Artie up by saying...
Well, the date rapist has to have enormous charm.
As opposed to a regular rapist.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, no, a date rape is he spends more time and money.
Yeah, well, you have to get a date. You have to charm them into your apartment.
He's in many ways smarter.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He's more patient.
It's funny that you said that a real rapist.
Yeah, I mean like a real. Well, date rape, I don't know.
simple rapist.
I mean,
no, it is completely different.
Yeah, it really is different.
Less of a stigma with date rape than, back alley rapist?
No, it's a different motive, I think,
Yeah, well,
sometimes it's a misunderstanding or whatever it is, hormones.
Yeah, somebody
but,
gets too
that's
drunk
different than stalking a person and breaking in and raping a 75-year-old woman.
Yeah, like a 75-year-old woman rarely gets date raped.
Right, she has to depend upon the regular traditional rape.
Yeah,
if it's going to happen.
I never have heard that before in my life.
She's not been taken to Nate and Al's and kind of charmed by some old
bingo and then wacko.
There's some really weird ideas bouncing around this room.
It's Friday, world's coming to an end. All right, it's Conway and Women. Sam
Nate
Simon
and Al.
and Norm MacDonald are with us. We're live on 97.1 Free FM.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything. I'm scared of letting go.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny. And the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that how they always say like women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Stephen J. Hawking, the renowned astrophysicist, regarded as Albert Einstein's intellectual successor, conceded defeat this week in a wager he made 6 years ago with two professors at the California Institute of Technology. Hawking incorrectly bet against the existence of naked singularities, the mathematical point in a black hole where space and time are infinitely distorted, where matter is infinitely dense, and where the rules of relativistic physics break down. With all due respect to Mr. Hawking, what the hell were you thinking? I would have taken that bet, made a quick $20. On Wednesday, world chess champion Garry Kasparov tied Deep Blue, the IBM supercomputer that can examine 200 million positions per second, in the fourth game of their 6-game series. Earlier in the week, Kasparov admitted he made a catastrophic blunder in Game 2 when he failed to force a draw by moving rook to e8, opting instead for a Caro-Kann defense that soon transposed into a Pribble defense, which, after Deep Blue moved bishop to e7, gave him the advantage with his knight position. With all due respect to Mr. Kasparov, what the hell were you thinking?
What are you doing now?
I just saw on the TV my hair.
Okay. All right.
Now, he said from the beginning of, in 93, when he did stand-up, he would call the TV the TV.
The TV.
Who else do you know who says the TV?
Oh, I know who you're talking about, Bob Dylan.
Right.
Because I got to meet Bob Dylan once, and I was backstage with our guitarist Jimmy Vivino at a Bob Dylan show, and suddenly I got literally like pushed into a room where there was some, heavy-hitting people in there. I did not consider myself, nor do I still, one of those, but I got pushed in, and I got kind of shoved to the front of this line, and there's Bob Dylan. And he looked right at me, and he went, I know you from the TV. And I remembered that in my head, like he calls the television the TV with the emphasis on T. And then Norm, all these years, used to say, it's the TV.
Now, Norm is a giant Dylan fan.
I didn't know that.
Enormous Dylan fan. And sometimes in his material, I feel like there's...
I think that's just Minnesota and Canada. Bob Dylan's from Minnesota.
Yep.
So you're hearing a guy from Minnesota, and you're hearing a guy from Canada, and you're hearing just a North American, the TV, you know?
Right.
Because that Canadian guy also says, like, I'm not a hobo, you know? I mean, those are all old, crusty white manisms, you know? Very Canadian, very upper northern, you know, U.S.
Well, here's an interesting fact, and I don't think it's been out there publicly, but Dylan was a fan of Norm's and invited him to his house.
Oh, wow.
And Norm was at Dylan's Malibu house for like 2 days.
Wow.
Wow. Spent the night.
Slept there.
Wow.
And
you want coffee?
What do you want to watch on the TV?
Who wants waffles?
What do you want to watch on the TV? Let's both watch the TV. Finally, I found someone who says it right.
You want to play volleyball?
But he told me about this, and it was an interesting experience. But he never talked about it publicly, which shows you, first of all, what a thrill that must have been for this guy who grew up a Dylan fan. But he talked about almost everything. You know, ask Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
He didn't keep much secret, but he never really talked about Dylan, and it just shows you how much he did.
Right, he didn't trade off of it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Any other comedian could have turned that into like a whole special, you know.
You're Lance Letterman with the World War I and II bit. I have never heard more comics talk about a bit. And I heard that you put a lot of work into that.
Goddamn right I did.
But didn't he do the Hitler bit too about it? Where Germany challenges the world. And then they fought the world again.
Yeah, those are isn't Hitler a comedy killer though? Wouldn't that be one of those things? That
No,
you
you
can't...
kidding me?
Well,
Hitler's like, there's no comedy killer nowadays. You know what I mean?
Not anymore.
I feel like just the opposite. I feel like there's almost fake shock sometimes where it's like people, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's almost like a comedy helper in some ways.
Right.
Not the way Norm did it. That was a different bit.
But he had a great joke about like, I don't know if you guys are here. He goes, I got no problem with, North Korea. I never lay in bed. They try to scare you on the news, you know? He goes, but I never woke up like, North Korea. I hope they don't get me, you know? And like nobody really laughed, but you hear Letterman like cackling in the background. And you realize it's just with Norm, it's all, you are being fucking played. When you think he's bombing, it's all a big setup to the fucking, in a year, he's going to have the perfect special ever.
You might as well sit with Norm and just keep a smile on your face because you don't know where you are in the joke.
There is one country that worries me, though. Not Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea. The only country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but...
Well, I did see that Norm was Letterman's choice to be his last stand-up. I thought that was pretty.
That was
neat.
a funny bit too about
that was great.
World War II.
Well, which one? The funniest bit I thought of Norm's that he said was how your phones change everything now.
Right.
That is a picture. He's got one grainy picture of his great-grandfather, like separating the hogs on the farm.
Right.
But now, because everybody's got a phone right now, somebody from years from now, here's 1 million pictures of my great-grandfather doing everything in their life.
And Norm's face when he did his grandfather.
Right. He's just
horrified that someone's taking his picture. Like, just looking like in shock, like, don't take my picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great bit.
I got a picture of my great-grandfather. The thing took 6 hours. Take your picture, and there's a picture of my great-grandfather, one. They only had, every guy had one picture back then. And it's just him like. I gotta get back, feed them hogs. Who's gonna feed the hogs?
So my next big hero after Letterman's got to be Norm Macdonald. What did you learn about his set for his last appearance?
Well, that is hands down every single person that I talked to. I asked them what their favorite appearance is, and like no joke, Norm Macdonald was what everyone pointed to. And my editor kept saying, you got to cut this down. Like, it's just over and over again of people saying Norm's great. And I was like, no, it really was that good. Like, it has to be the longest part of the book.
Nice. Now I'm really going to get the book. That's awesome.
And so Jerry
he was
Foley.
lying to you before. Now he's really going to
yeah, now. And well, that's because I said I never send them for free. So now he's like, I mean, I know I'm supposed to. It kills my publicist. We're off topic already. But my publicist keeps saying, like, Iowa station wants to do a thing. Send him a book. And I'm like, what? I have to pay for those. Anyway, back to Norm. Jerry Foley was the director on The Late Show. And he said that Norm showed up like super early, like way earlier than anyone would. And he didn't want to tell anyone what he was going to do, what his monologue was going to be about. And he was just sort of walking around, just like soaking in the building because he wanted to spend as much time as he could there. And they were kind of concerned because you don't know what he's going to do and they have to be sure Dave will like it, and so he kind of took him aside and he said he didn't really know Norm very well. Like he didn't have some bond with him, but he said, you've got to kind of share with me what you're going to do today so we can help you. And it kind of opens up this notebook and it is napkins and like receipts and all of these notepads where they said they could just tell he had been working on it forever.
Oh, wow.
And even like in the cab over, he said, well, I just came up with this. And I don't know if you guys remember his set, but I think it's the best stand-up set that's ever been performed on late night television.
I definitely agree. And did Dave like it?
Yeah, I mean, Dave was really embarrassed by it in a good way. But I mean, he just couldn't believe because Norm breaks down crying in the set. I mean, that's crazy in itself. And he told him he loved him. Norm told Dave, and Dave doesn't really like that stuff. And I think Bill Sheff says, like, Dave just doesn't want to hear that kind of stuff. But it's true.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald was just on David Letterman.
I heard he cried. He was so upset.
He cried, and it was like really like beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of people remember back in May when Letterman retired, you were one of the last guests, and you got pretty choked up.
Well,
it was a pretty emotional time, wasn't it?
No, Letterman, I think Letterman, like, he was my hero, but I think he was everybody's hero. He changed the way people talk in America, and, he really helped me when other people didn't like me.
You did a poetic goodbye to David Letterman, did you not?
Well, I did. This is what I did. I wanted to do stand-up because I did stand-up on his show 25 years ago. And so I did stand-up, and I did the best stand-up I could possibly do. And then I did a joke that I remember David Letterman doing when I was young. Still remains my favorite joke. And then I got a little teary. I choked up I didn't realize I was going to choke up. And then I certainly didn't realize I was going to tell him I love him. I said, I love you.
He was emotional at saying goodbye to you on the show. At the time when, and like Conan suggests, I didn't know he was ill, so surprised. In thinking about that moment, he must have known a great deal about what his future was and how long it might have been. I always took it as an enormous compliment that my emotional situation had affected him. Right. But now, to be fair, this guy knew more than just I was leaving.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light.
As I just like to say, I know that Mr. Letterman is not for the mawkish, and he has
He has no truck for the sentimental, but if something is true, it is not sentimental. And I say in truth, I love you.
Oh, my God. Very funny, Norm. And thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. That was very sweet, Norm.
Oh, thanks, man.